I kind of liked working with the wood, but I didn't really get into it until, well, probably 75, 76. And then started, they were pretty rude. You know, this is a piece from the mid-70s. I think it's a good piece, but it's, you know, it's a woodworker's nightmare. It's nailed together. It's got old rough redwood and all that. And, but as I went along, I just, you know, I'd go visit people. I didn't even know people. When I first started making furniture, swear to God, camera, I didn't even know people were making furniture for a living. You know, there was a guy around the corner, I saw sawdust coming out of his place. And I went in there and been a lifelong friend, a guy named Don Braden, and he was a furniture maker. And then he said, oh, you got to get this new magazine, you know, Fine Woodworking. So he gave me the address and I subscribed to that. And then that's the first introduction to Wendell Castle. And fact that people were, you know, were doing this. Tay Frid and Jer Osgood and, you know, Christ, Sam Maloof, whom I've since met, all these guys. And it is a nice community, but it's a difficult one. But I'm probably the first one since the Art Nouveau guys, since the teens and 20s, to start incorporating metal and glass and paint. Back east, people, you know, what's that stuff? You know, big piece of aluminum on wood or something. And I'm not, I'm skilled, I'm a good engineer, but I'm not a really high-level craftsman. So I think the furniture, all the experimenting that was being done in the 70s and 80s and part of the 90s, and it's still being done, but it was pretty damn exciting. And you could sell it, you know? I mean, people were really wanted it. You know, and I've always thought there's been a reluctance to buy a big piece of furniture unless you're starting a whole new home or something. But geez, you don't want to get rid of Grandpa's dining room set, you know? So it's a very difficult choice, I think, for some people to make. And the other thing, when you're buying big furniture as opposed to glass or ceramics, pretty soon your house is full. You don't need any more. But what I see happening now, a lot what's happening now is the skill out there now is really high. There's been some very good teachers, especially back east, RISD and other places, and Wendell School at Rochester. So there are people probably making a damn good living doing commission. But the last commission I did was in 1982. I just didn't like, you know, I didn't like to have to do something somebody else wanted. And even before I quit, when I was doing them, people would say, hey, I like your work. Will you make a table? I said, yeah. I said, well, can it be? I said, well, no, you give me the dimension, you know, kind of where it goes. I'll make, if you don't want it, you know, no down payment, no nothing. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it. I'll keep it because I make it for myself. So